down 2 when Javon gets his 4th foul and you have to take him out. Did you just want to hold serve? Did you think you could jump up by 11 without him on the floor?
We've kind of played that way all year, really. I mean, if you think about it, it hasn't been all JC. I mean, certainly what he does on the defensive end is special, but it hadn't been all him. Dax has had his moments. Teddy's had moments. Beatles had moments, you know, and I think where we're getting at, everybody talks about depth and they don't have depth. Well, if you don't play them, you don't have depth. And Beatles getting better and better. You know, the other guys that we're bringing in are getting Magic. I thought Magic had really good minutes for us. Yeah. So as long as we can keep hamming and egging it, you know. I mean, I think I said this last time, but it's like a golf scramble. You know, everybody doesn't have to hit a good shot, just somebody. And that's kind of what's happened to us. Is somebody always steps up and makes plays. Teddy made some big plays. I thought when he rebounded and drove the length of the floor and shot a layup, I thought that was huge for us because we were going the wrong direction at that point in time. Dustin, nice to see you can make it.
Coach, you took a big step tonight against Oklahoma, a big-time opponent. When you see the play of Sags and Teddy tonight, their development as players, that was a monumental game for them, wasn't it?
Well, believe it or not, you know, you watch the tape obviously, and then you go back and watch last year, and I didn't think they'd guard Sags. I thought they'd drop back and take away everything at the rim, which is a smart thing to do. But Sags made shots. You know, if Sags doesn't make any shots, that's a brilliant move. But I told him whenever it was, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, I said, you're going to have open jump shots. You know, and then the light went off, and man, I better get in there and practice because I'm actually going to get to shoot it now. And so, you know, he's getting better and better. He's slowed down. The game's slowed down a little bit for him. So. And he's at the defensive end. He's pretty good.
There was a point in the first half that I think you were unhappy with one of his shots, but then in the second half encouraged it, and then the last one obviously just inside the three-point line. Was there a
well, probably the one I wasn't happy with he probably missed. That's kind of how it works. I told him if they back off, you got to shoot it. You know, you got to shoot it. He took one too quick. You know, when they're playing like that, he's going to get a shot at any point in time in the clock. So why don't you see what else we can get first and then shoot that?
Coach, there were a couple times last season when you had mentioned that some of the commentators weren't even or hadn't mentioned Javon among the Big 12 top point guards. You think? And I realize he was out foul trouble a lot in the second half. Do you think he earned a new level of respect tonight?
I think he's got it with the coaches. I mean, I think he's had it with the coaches for quite a while. You know, it's your people that haven't recognized how good he is. And well, that's not true, I guess, because he was the NABC National Defensive Player of the Year. But maybe it's just ESPN. I take that back, Justin. I think maybe you're all right. I think it's the Espen boys, and you get enamored with something for whatever reason, and I don't know. He's good. He's good, and he makes plays that other people can't make, and then I think he gets fouls called that aren't fouls just because they've never seen anybody make plays the way he makes those plays. I mean, he reaches in there and snatches the ball away from them or knocks it out of their hand, and I mean, I'm sure he's hard to officiate.
Have you ever seen anyone steal a ball while the guy was dribbling behind his back?
No.
Get halfway around?
No. He's as good on the ball defender, I think, as as I've ever had. It's just, you know, Justin, I'm so frustrated with this cylinder thing, and they just, I think they put those guys in a bad spot. I mean, you know, you got the best athletes in the country. They're going 100 miles an hour, and did the guy dive into the defense, or did the defense step into him? I mean, how do you tell that? How do you tell that in a split second? You know, and I understand what they're trying to do, but we've got to have something better than an invisible cylinder. That's just my opinion.
Bob, I have to ask you this question. It was pretty emotional early in the game, and you wandered like 50 feet from the bench to the other side.
I know, this is the wrong line. I saw that line up there, and I didn't mean to. I really didn't mean, and I don't do that. I mean, I've just started walking down there this year because they let you walk down there, but I'm pretty good at staying in the box. I mean, that's one of the few good things that I do, is stay in the box pretty good. And I saw that line down there, and I just thought that's where it was.
Are you going to drink some of their Gatorade?
Yeah, I've never done that before.
Huggins was staring right at you, and I couldn't believe he didn't do anything.
Well, I think they knew I wasn't yelling at anybody or anything. I was just walking. I was trying to get some steps on this thing.
Going into that under 4 timeout in the second half, did you feel that was the right time to put Carter back in? Or did you think it was?
No, he came up and said to me, he said, let me know when I'm going in because I want to get on a bike and get loose. And I said, listen, man, I don't know. I mean, we got to see how the game plays out. I may have to get you in right away, and we may be able to hold you because I got to have you at the end of the game. I got to have you to handle the ball, make free throws, you know, that kind of thing. And so I couldn't give him a definitive answer. It was how the game was going to play out. But, you know, when they started pressing, it was time to get him in.
You said yesterday that, you know, that Young would probably get his points, and, you know, he got right on his average as it was, but that you can't let him have the 10 or 11 assists or more. And he had 5 tonight, I think it was.
We had 5 and 8 turnovers.
Yeah.
So.
Tell me about how Carter maybe got into his head and the rest of the team defended it.
Well, we talked about it a lot, and Ronnie did a really good job showing him on film. He's hard to guard, man. Tony read me a quote from him where he said he studied the rules, and these rules, you can't guard him with these rules. He said, the way the rules are written, you can't guard me. He's probably right. You know, we just tried to wear him down some. I mean, I shouldn't say because I don't know, but it seemed like he got a little tired, you know, and that's what we do.
It seemed like in the first half, JC was in his head. I mean, he was.
Yeah, JC gets in a lot of people's heads. Sometimes mine, Bob.
Did you have to extend defensively against him further than anybody before?
I kind of wanted him to shoot it out there.
Take a percentage of whatever happens.
That's a hard shot. And I mean, we had decent pressure on it. We didn't have great pressure, but we had decent pressure on it. I'd rather him do that than some of the other things he does.
Was your half-court defense a key tonight in the sense that you took a team that was averaging, 95 or whatever it was, and hold them to 76?
Well, we didn't do exactly what I wanted to do. What I wanted to do was score early or score late, and then we had that stretch where we just lost our minds and shot it too quick and drove it into people, and I think the score early, score late. Then you don't give them all that transition. They're terrific in transition. They got some transition early, and then we kind of did a pretty good job of keeping them out of transition. It's hard, Justin. I don't care how good anybody is. It's hard to play against a good half-court defense. I mean, the score is going to be lower than if you open the floor up.
Bob, during the 10 minutes without Javon, you had Daxon there. He seemed under control or in control too.
Yeah, he was a little too hyped up to start. he got calmed down and he did a good job. I thought another really key play was that when I don't know what happened because I was looking to make sure we had people back and next thing I know everybody's cheering and Dax is jumping up and down because I guess he stole the ball, right? I don't even know how he stole it. I didn't see it.
Anything else?
Well, Teddy plays 24 minutes, gets 20 points, makes 9 for 11 shots. I mean, what is that worth coming off the bench? I mean,
We've always had that. You know, if you think back, we've always had somebody who could come in and change the game coming off the bench. Tariq did it a year ago. Jay Sean did it the year before that. You know, Jay Sean's a second team All Big 12, and he never started a game. I just feel more comfortable knowing there's somebody I can reach down there and grab that can come in and change the game back in our favor.
You talked about how some young some of these guys are on the roster, but tonight it didn't seem like the moment got too big for them. I mean, they grew up a little bit tonight, maybe, or
Oh, I don't know. I think they probably grew up in Orlando. I don't know how to say it tactfully. I mean, they take shots that it's like you want to choke them, you know. But they make some of them, you know. They make some of them, and Lamont started out, shot it pretty good, and then he went through a really dry spell, and then he picked up that fumbled ball and shot it in. It was real close to being a 3, and then we ran some things for him to get him a shot. I tried to get Beetle a couple shots, but I don't know, Justin. I think they grew up a long time ago. I mean, we've won 14 in a row. They've grown up. They've grown up probably faster. And when you stop and think that our front line is 4 sophomores and a junior, I mean, I can't ever get it right though. So I'm going to lose JC and Dax, and then I got to play freshmen, you know. And although Beetle and Chase are getting better and better, Teddy, I don't know what Teddy is. I don't know if Teddy. I think consider himself a guard, but I don't. Teddy shoot the same shots as Trey Young if I'd let him, and think he could make them.
you had Napper just tonight. Is he playable or?
No. He doesn't know anything, you know. I can't put him in because he, huh?
I don't either, but I keep writing.
That's different. No, he doesn't know. You know, he's going to be a point guard. He's going to have the ball. He's got to know all the sets. He's got to know where everybody's supposed to be, and he doesn't have a clue about any of that stuff. So it'd be a total waste because we couldn't get anything out of him. He spent too much time in the training room and not enough time on the floor, and wasn't his fault. I'm just saying that he doesn't know what we're doing.
Bob, probably more appropriate after Tuesday's game, but have you thought about how you incorporate Issa when he's available next Saturday?
I have thought about incorporating Issa, I think, every day since we started. So, yeah.